Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Come, let us sing. Let us sing joyously. Let us come into God's presence. Let us come into our Temple Micah sanctuary for the first time in months with gratitude, with love and song. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We welcome you into this very special Shabbat space where we come into the joy and sustaining breath of Shabbat and the bittersweet farewell to our beloved music director, Teddy. I could say so much, we all could, because all of us, all 255 screens so far, probably have a Teddy story. Some of these stories we'll hear tonight. But first, we'll do what Teddy taught us how to do best, to sing and listen and hear the still small voice and the shouts of rejoicing that ring in the hillsides. L'chune ranana, come, let us share in this Shabbat, wherever we are, to lift our voices, in or out of tune, on or off key, young and old. L'chune ranana, let us sing so that our voices can be heard in the mountains and from your upstairs neighbors and all the way to that Temple Micah sanctuary. Come, let us sing joyously. Let us come into God's presence with gratitude, love, and song. Starting out with a song from our Temple Micah choir and a melody of Teddy's. Thank you for that music, Teddy. Those are Teddy's words. Well, not Teddy's words. Those are Torah's words. Teddy's composition, I mean to say. Teddy's composition of SIA9. And just in this moment, as we see our numbers creep up, I want to invite, we all got the chance a little bit at the beginning of the service to scroll through and see everyone here. But Teddy, I want to give you the chance to see all of us, to see all 265 screens, and for all of us to see all of the people who are here, here to be with you, to honor you, to celebrate you. So I invite you in the upper right-hand corner to find the button to hit gallery view, and then just take some time to page through and see all of the faces of all of our Micah friends who are here tonight. So we'll take just a few minutes for us all to do that, and make sure you give a wave for everyone who's seeing you. So we can continue looking as we also now transition to lighting our Shabbat candles, thinking about the light that each one of these screens brings into our community. So to light our Shabbat candles, I'd like to introduce Healy Slackman, our summer rabbinic intern.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Is our sound on now?
Please join us on the service sheet, bottom of page 1. Lecha, lecha, dodi, likra, likra, kala, b'nei Shabbat, kala. Lecha, lecha, dodi, likra, likra, kala, b'nei Shabbat, kala.
just love hearing that sound from the sanctuary. We planned this very special service with, we began planning this a while ago. We thought a lot, and we're going to hear thanks and voices from different people. So at this point, I'd like to invite the president of our Temple Micah congregation, Josh Berman, to offer his thoughts and his thanks. Josh, it's all yours.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good evening.
But, me.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah.
And Teddy, you're my second to the top left here. A special Shabbat Shalom to you. To everyone with us tonight, can you do me a favor, please? Close your eyes for a moment. Put your own special Teddy moment in your mind. Perhaps it's the first time you met Teddy. For those of you who read my Vine column about Teddy, you know that's a wonderful one for me. Perhaps it was even just a recent Zoom service. And maybe, probably, it was sometime in between them. When I thought about Teddy moments, and there are many, I was torn. Some of them are so personal. Our family, especially the ones with my now teenage boys. And some had nothing to do with my family and everything to do with you, this community. So the Teddy joy in my mind is a hybrid, I guess, like everything else these days.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what Teddy meant to each of you. That's there or here in your hearts, here in your core, your soul, where you feel music, here in your being, where the music stirs such strong emotional responses. But I encourage you to immerse yourself in your Teddy memories. So what I'll do tonight is briefly share what Teddy meant to me at Micah. I'll start with Shabbat Shira. From the very opening notes of the clarinet, and many of you have seen me there crying at that moment, Teddy led us across the sea. We danced, we sang, we did it with the youth choir, we did it with the musicians and the instruments and the choir and the rabbis. And Teddy took something that happened thousands of years ago and brought it to life right in our sanctuary, and then did it again this year in this medium. Now fast forward a couple months to the Purim spiels. For those of you who were there, it was great fun and it was great camp. And he even got our rabbis out there at intermission dancing and singing. But what he again did is he brought to life through music, through Hamilton, through Grease, through rock and roll, through pop, through jazz. He brought to life our Jewish tradition. And that is so amazing. I sometimes hear those tunes now and think of Teddy's words, of those versions, and not the original versions. Many of you who showed up Sunday mornings know what Boker Tov is. Boker Tov is the way we start our Machon Micah, our Jewish youth, Hebrew school on Sundays. Teddy had a miraculous way of capturing the hearts and minds of everyone in that room, from the 8-year-olds, and I think we all know that's hard to do, to the 11-year-olds and the grown-up 13-year-olds, and also the parents and the guardians and the grandparents he came. At the end of those 30 minutes, he had all of us stomping and clapping and singing. He taught us the holidays. I know more about the Jewish holidays today because of what Teddy taught me in those 30 minutes. And of course, what he taught the youth, who are our future. So I'll share with you also my Friday night tradition. After I attended services, after dinner, after I wrestled the kids to sleep, and I climbed into bed and I put on my headphones. I still do it to this day. And then I find the music on either YouTube or Spotify. And it's true, I have a playlist on Spotify about the music Teddy had played that week. Maybe it was Light the Legend around Hanukkah. Often it was When You Believe around Shabbat Shira or Passover. And perhaps it was Craig Taubman's Hashkivenu. But at that moment, I would close my eyes. I'd be in a peaceful Shabbat place, thanks to Teddy. And last but not least, actually, that's a terrible expression here. Most important to me, Teddy created a stirring Jewish experience that engaged my 2 boys. They came to this community, they came to this temple when they were 7 and 5 years old. And I know we say it takes a village, and it does take a village, to say the least, to get our amazing children from learning for the very first time that you read from right to left, to standing up on that bema, the one right where Deborah and Teddy are right now, in front of the whole congregation, with the poise and the grace that they all have as they go through that process. Sure, amazing amounts of credit go to the parents, the siblings, of course, our rabbis, Merrill and Deborah and other tutors. But please make no mistake, for so many of these children through the years, it was Teddy who coached them, supported them, cajoled them, encouraged them, and ultimately guided them through this rite of passage. Teddy, you have always known that it was the next generation, the youth, that really mattered. You, Teddy, were their true guide. Look, I speak from firsthand experience with my two children. There were moments of doubt, maybe for me and Amy. There were certainly moments of overconfidence, that from Eli and Seth. But Teddy was always there to work on the Hebrew, the tropes, the tunes, the pitch, the pronunciation, and the energy. And of course, the blessings over the candles, the challah, and the wine, or the wine juice. The most important, what he taught them, the Jewish spirit. He instilled in them a wonderful musical Judaism and a confidence that they belong to our tribe. Thank you, Teddy. I will always have my Teddy moments right here. Shabbat Shalom. And now, as we raise our Kiddush cups with absolute joy, the only place I should turn this over to, of course, is Teddy. So Teddy, it's all yours. Thank you.
Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kosho v'yahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron ma'aseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, v'kohanim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, in Altanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
This is also an evening of some surprises. And so here we have a surprise. I'm going to turn this over to whoever is running the video, and some voices from the present, some voices from the past.
Not by might and not by power, but by Spirit.
And I just want to say that was fabulous. And as I give special thanks to everybody, I want to say especially to Raf and Maya, you've seen your future, going to be making another one of these in 25 years, God willing. Okay, and as we turn this over now to Sonia, again, another surprise coming up. Sonia, member of the Temple Micah board and also a member of the Temple Micah choir. It's all yours.
Thank you so much. I am honored to say a few words to mark Teddy's retirement. We in the choir and the pickup band, and I was lucky enough to be in both, have a close and very special relationship with Teddy, built over years of rehearsals and sacred moments of singing and making music together. He always emphasized our personal connection with each other, as well as our need to connect with the congregation when we were singing with and for them and you. We did a lot of laughing together too. He told us jokes and brought us a funny voice warm-up song about many mumbling mice that you will hear about a few times tonight. The Temple Micah congregation came through beautifully and submitted over 75 statements and about 50 photos remembering Teddy. Jennifer Gruber and Rob Sugar and I put together a book, and we've given copies to Teddy and his family. So Teddy, you can open the package now, and other copies will go to the Micah office and to the rabbi. So here is the book. Here's the cover. And we've got a wealth of photos and statements, and you can enjoy looking through everything that people have said about you. You'll find it moving. I certainly did as we put it together. Jennifer Gruber wrote a free verse poem using some of the statements from the choir. This is something that's in the book, and I'm going to say it now so everybody can hear. Ode to Teddy from your choir. With you, we sing from the heart. We sing with love, we pray, we soar, we rejoice. Our collective sound is much greater than our individual parts. You connect with us while we sing, encouraging us to connect with the congregation. Your superb musicianship, playful sense of humor, knowledge of Hebrew, piano master, instantly transposing to another key. Seamless transitions from liturgical melodies, sliding into popular melodies and show tunes. Playing the tambourine with your foot. Singing Samachti with full joy in our new year. Singing happy birthday to your mom. Singing goodbye to Ted Crone. Our heavenly music gave us all a glimpse of choir heaven. Leading us to believe at Shabbat Shirah. Micah always sounds holy in a church in Southwest or Northwest. A deep well of Jewish knowledge in Minhag, seeking out the lyrical and impactful, bringing joy to solemnity, a mensch, gifted, modest, kind, genuine. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight, mighty nice. Wonderfully silly jokes and puns, your never failing glance at your watch as the word Sha'ah appears in the liturgy, ever smiling, encouraging, patient, optimist, going with the flow, soulful composer, creating beauty, Micah, Noah, priestly blessing, Yitro, a beautiful lesson in Trot, Hayom Harat Olam, in memory of our laurel, the lone arranger of countless original four-part compositions, always there to lead us in song and to help us belong, seeking to bring out the spiritual beyond and within the music, transformative opportunities to learn and pray through music, making us into a living, breathing musical instrument. These are a few of our favorite things about Teddy. Teddy, we love you. We are going to miss you. So I collected some similar memories and wrote lyrics, and I set it to Jeff Klepper and Danny Freelander's melody that you'll recognize for Elu Devarim. Enjoy this surprise video from the choir.
When we came to Micah, we were blown away. Teddy made us welcome, he was here to play. Music from the heart is the best way to pray. You play tambourine with your foot. Compose and arrange. Play piano, conduct.
Wow, wow, wow. I started off this evening so wishing we could all be together in the sanctuary. And the truth is that in the sanctuary, Teddy, we wouldn't have all, we wouldn't be able to take home these moments, but we can return to that video again and again, knowing that we'll come together, singing with you in a new way. So now, filled with gratitude for the music that sustains us, most of all for the love that sustains us, we're also aware that there's food that sustains us too. So if you have some challah, now is the moment. If you don't have some challah, I have some challah. You can say motzi with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen, amen. Thank you, Rabbi Frank. We are sustained. We are filled. We've got another surprise. And if this wasn't enough, I would say now is a very good time to go get your tissues if you don't have them. As we hear these words, or Teddy, I can see you can play tambourine with your foot, although I'm not sure this melody of Hayom Harat Olam. Today is a day that is full of possibility, full of potential, because of everything that you have birthed and given us. And so with that, some words from our community, some pictures and some memories.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Teddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you for everything.
love you, Teddy.
We love you.
We love you, Teddy.
Love you so much.
We love you, Teddy.
We love you. Mwah.
Oh, wow. We could just push the rewind button and play it again. Well, you know what the next two words are going to be. Dear Teddy, as I wrote to you 6 years ago when we convened to celebrate your 30 years with us, I asked, how many letters to bar or bat mitzvah students have you heard me read over these many years? More than either of us care to count, and more than either of us care to recollect, I'm sure. This letter is once again for you, Teddy, our devoted teacher, who has lovingly and patiently taught so many of those bar and bat mitzvah students over those 36 years, and who has listened so patiently to so many of my letters to them. This evening, I can invite you, Teddy, if you wish, show your impatience. This evening is all for you. Tell me to simply get going if you want. Where have those 36 years gone? I remember when you brought into the Micah office in Southwest Washington your application for the position from the ad we had placed for a music director in the Washington Jewish Week. You hand-delivered to us your letter and your resume. Earlier this week, when we were discussing that over lunch, Rabbi Braha asked you if you had ridden your bike to Southwest to turn in your application. You responded that you did not think so, but then you told us a story that I had never heard. You revealed that sometime in your first summer after you'd begun working for us, sometime in the summer of 1985, you and Debbie canoed down the Potomac River to the Southwest waterfront one weekend afternoon, and then you used the building we shared with St. Augustine's Church to store your canoe for part of the afternoon as you and Debbie went for a stroll around Southwest. The secrets we learn even those many years later. And Teddy, it's simply another way of us learning you've always been resourceful in every possible way. Teddy, our celebration this evening is Temple Micah's and yours. Your touch has gone to so many corners of Jewish life in our area, well beyond the walls of Micah. You have touched so many families, so many souls. Have you taught more children in the Washington area Jewish music than any other musician or teacher in Washington Jewish history? Most likely, yes. Your presence is felt in countless ways in our Micah community and beyond. Your role as teacher is but one, and so many of these roles have already been recounted earlier in our service and in the videos this evening. You are the master of the Purim spiel, and here I'm simply going to add a line that's not here because it's inspired by the video. You're able to wear so many different hats. I particularly love you as doing your impersonation of somebody from the Sgt. Pepper album. That shot looked great. You are the force behind our amazing Shabbat Shirah service as maestro, pianist, and so much more. You do make the waters part. You are a composer in your own right, as we've heard again and again listening this evening. And you are an electronic keyboard master, a maestro of the band, as I always like to say to you. You are music director and choir conductor who pours your soul into our worship, seeking to help us create the musical sound that is Micah. You have been invaluable as we have pushed ourselves ruthlessly to create what I like to call an American Jewish sound. You understand that desire, you understand that need more fully than any of us, to create an American Jewish sound that reflects who we are. Music carries our spirit. Music reflects and creates and informs our personality. Music is the sound of Jewish identity. And you have helped shape that sound that runs from what I term the Jewish version of Peter, Paul, and Mary to the Jewish version of Aaron Copland. We are, and you have created for us a musical echo of Naomi Shemer and Max Janowski. We stretch from Lewandowski to a hint of New Orleans jazz and American swing. You and your musical reach is broad and wide and deep. Micah music runs the full gamut, and your keyboard has so frequently set the pace, keeping the tempo, urging the sound, seeking to pour the sound into every soul in the sanctuary. Yes, the sanctuary, where you are this evening, where Deborah is this evening, where so much of our sound comes to us this evening, the sanctuary. This year plus of pandemic virtual worship has deprived us all of so much of the life force, energy, the passion, drive, and range of emotion that emanates from your keyboard in that sanctuary. I think of myself sitting in our beautiful sanctuary. I close my eyes. Josh asked us to close our eyes earlier. I close my eyes, but my ears are perked up. We can yearn while sitting in that sanctuary to explore a corner of Israel by ourselves, inspired by your music. We can yearn to stand up and cheer as if with a roaring crowd, inspired by your music in that sanctuary coming from that keyboard. Or we can yearn to simply sit quietly and reminisce as if alone about a deceased loved one while sitting in that sanctuary is removed simply by what your fingers are creating over there at the keyboard while we sit in the sanctuary and gain a new understanding of what prayer really is. There's so much to simply thank you and honor and bless you for this evening, Teddy. But Teddy, beyond all of this, or perhaps underneath all of this, you are a genuinely good person, a person with near infinite patience, a proclivity for truly awful puns, and with the amazing ability to unceasingly, unfailingly, and sometimes infuriatingly and annoyingly see the glass, every glass, as half full. You have never given up on any student that has studied with you. Your choir is open to any voice. Your open heart has created a choir ensemble where you truly welcome all comers. You were an inclusion specialist before the term was invented, and there is nothing more decent, more Jewish, more Hamish, more noble than that. You create a culture of dignity for every human being. You do. You do. You do that. And we can all learn from that. So let's pause here on just these. Now, as Rabbi Crawley said a few moments ago when we began the service, is there anyone in the Micah community who does not have some Teddy story? I know for sure that no one who has been paying even a little bit of attention for the last 36 years, no one's paying even a little bit of attention, does not have some Teddy story. Rabbi Crawley told us earlier this week how the first time around when she came to work at Micah directly from college before going on to rabbinical school, you gave her the couch for her apartment. And you also, of course, this one we simply all had to know was coming. You also changed the battery for her car when her car battery was dead. What extra mile do you not go, and for whom do you not go it? That is a very short list, which is why in Micah land, when our game is Jewish geography, we simply decide not to play the game because you, Teddy, know everyone or have a connection to everyone. You are the schmoozer with a capital S or a capital Shin. I'm not sure which spelling we should embrace this evening, but you have been our official greeter and our official goodbyer. Shalom at the beginning and shalom at the end, with nothing but warmth in between. Teddy, you will remember that several years ago, as our collective community teacher, Rabbi Larry Hoffman, was here for a scholar weekend, he at one point paused in his Friday evening remarks to comment on what a good soul you are. Now, as we all know, we have no more frequent nor more distinguished visitor or scholar to come to our community than Rabbi Hoffman. When he sang your praises, I thought two things. One is, this guy's even more brilliant than I thought. He sees and gets everything. But then I thought of you, Teddy. Yes, this is simply Teddy. You are a world-class mensch, a good soul, a person who teaches others simply by being who you are. That glass being always half full disposition that you model, there is a world to learn from in that. You are the embodiment of the teaching of Rabbi Joshua ben Prachya, who taught, Yoshua ben Prachya Omer, Aseh lecha Rav, Kaneh lecha Chaver, Ve'veidan et kol Adam lechaf zechut. Joshua ben Prachya would teach, get yourself a teacher. Teddy, you have been a teacher for so many, and your life has been a life of Jewish learning through music, a life of Jewish learning and Jewish teaching through music. Kaneh lecha chaver, acquire for yourself a friend. For whom are you not a friend? Ve'veidan et kol adam lechaf zechut. When you judge people, give them the benefit of the doubt. For Teddy, the cup is always half full or more. You give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You embody Rabbi Prachya's teaching. Your Torah emanates from your very soul, the source of your music. Your 36 years as our music director, teacher, loyal, devoted, and honored, soulful friend leaves a deep and lasting impression on this entire community, collectively, and on each of us individually. You are a model of dignity and compassion. So please, as you take this next step in your journey, even as you will travel this North American continent with your camper trailer, don't be a stranger to us. You always have a home at Temple Micah, always, even as our home will feel so different without you and your music. But this home will always be filled with many, many friends who care for you deeply. Shabbat Shalom. This is you? Okay.
Yeah, this is not a song we rehearsed. I know at some point you might want to play along, but try to hold off as long as possible. This is from us to you. You've been so
Well, Brent Goldfarb, if you're up for it, you're welcome to greet us on behalf of the Temple Micah board. You have a moment to catch your breath if you want.
Hello, everybody. This is a night of song and gratitude. And unfortunately, I was not gifted with the gift of song. So I asked my wife, Beth, who was, to sing the announcements tonight. So here we go.
In your honor, Teddy. Lie, 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 la 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 la. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. On behalf of the Micah board, congratulations, Teddy. 36 years is double high. We are so very humbled by your contribution and role at Micah. This is a farewell service, but certainly not goodbye. Thank you for all the music you've given us. It will forever sing in our hearts. Helps to cut shalom, fund a migrant support paralegal with our partner Highest. Details on the website. Details on the website. Honor our veterans, July 3rd at 4 p.m. Arlington Cemetery. Details on the website. Recruiting leaders for summer services. Details on the website. Yes, they are recruiting leaders for summer services. Details on the website. Yes, they are. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Teddy, Klaus, we love you so much. Lie, 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 la, lie, 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 la, lie, 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 la, la, lie, la, la, lie, lie, la, lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, la, lie, lie, la, lie, la, lie, lie, la, la, lie, la, lie, lie, lie. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Beth, where are you next week?
Thank you for E flat.
Okay. I'm going to quote Dr. Rosenzweig from Burlingame, California. Encore, encore, author. Okay. Well, we now turn to the closing section of this remarkable service. Thank you, all of you, for being with us this Shabbat. We turn now in our service sheets to page 3 as we turn towards the Kaddish. Remember those who lost to violence in our own city in recent days, and we read these names together. Carlos Singleton, 47 of Southeast DC, Clifton Smith, 31 of Southeast DC. And we're in a period of Shiva, as you can see in the service sheet. Charlotte Wasser, the grandmother of Rabbi Josh Braha. This is why Rabbi Braha is not with us this Shabbat. Rabbi Braha is down in Florida with his family. He lost his grandmother earlier this week, and he sends his, I know he spoke with Teddy earlier today, and we wish Rabbi Braha and his family well. In this Shabbat, we observe Yartzeit, Rachel Abrams, Ted Balish, James G. Banks, Kathy Rastetter Brennan, Abraham Brody, Susan Dorfman Levin, Sarah A. Ferrara, Edward Fargetstein, Sophie Goldberg, Bernice Gordon, Laurie G.B. Katz, Bertram Klein, Lynn Lubitz, Harry Luderman, Sid Myers, Abner Mikva, Jacob Rosen, Alvin Salkind, Roberta Spector, Natalie Davis Spingarn, David Steinberg, Michael Tempchin, Jan Townend, Stan Wang, Margaret Ann Williams. We join together reciting Kaddish, remembering as we do those who have no one to say it for them. Yikadal v'yikadash me rabba, v'yomad yivrach yutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaye chonu v'mechonu v'chaye decho beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevarach le'olam omei amaya, yitbarach v'ishtabach v'poar v'tromam v'itnaseh, v'ithadar v'ithale v'ithalal shemei dekudesha brichu, le'ila min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran v'yoma v'imru amen. Yesh shlomo rabba mishamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the God of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved everywhere. Amen. And as I like to say, and as I'm saying to the two musicians in our sanctuary, Deborah and Teddy, take us home.
Gladly.
How sweet it is
to sing together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to sing together on this day. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Salam
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
How good.
Shabbat shalom. We love you, Teddy.
Shalom.